Hi, it's Juliet here. So I wanted to wish you a happy solstice. It's the shortest night of the year and the longest day. And we have an absolutely fabulous day. I'm out on the Somerset Levels again, having a lovely walk. And I think it's not sure which nature reserve, but there's lots of nature reserves here. So I'm here down a lovely track and there's just masses of flowers everywhere. Masses of hogweed and hemlock, which are poisonous plants, but they have the most fabulous flowers that are all scented and perfumed. And the birds are singing and there's a soft wind blowing and the sky is a glorious blue. I'm having to stand in front of a tree so that there's not too much sunshine. So I just want to share with you that I'm feeling really, really well today, really lovely, and just reflect that it's not easy sometimes to feel well, and that I've had to work really hard this year because I've had some very difficult things happening, but I'm really committed to resourcing myself and staying well, and that means every day taking a walk, sharing with friends, eating good food as much as I'm able to, getting enough sleep, having my juices, all the things that I can think of that will actually maintain my good health and keep my stress levels down. So I know that for many of you, you may not be in that space, and that I know there are many people who are actually behind closed curtains today and just feeling too bad to reach out and ask for help. And just to say that, you know, one small step at a time. Sometimes it's really difficult to reach out, especially if you're in that overwhelmed situation where your nervous system is shut down and it just feels all too difficult, and you're getting a flashback of all the hardship that you had when some trauma happened in your life, when some bad event happened in your life. So sometimes we have to really make an effort to be well, and it's a long game plan, if you like. We have to start slowly and gradually build it up. So just not to have judgment on yourself, and not to blame yourself, to be compassionate, a big dose of self-compassion and self-love. You know, may I be well, may I be peaceful, may I be happy. It's really important. But then also to extend that to other people, because it's so easy to jump into our judgment of other people around us and say, oh, if only they weren't doing that, or if they made that effort, or if they took the time, or they weren't so such and such, they've only themselves to blame. You know, it's really important for us to step out of our judgment about other people, because how do we know how hard it is for people? Yeah? How do we know? And that when we can stay present and connected and loving and supportive, that's the most healing thing that there is for any of us. And that the best we can do is to reach out to our friends and loved ones and say, hey, I'm here to support you. No matter what, I'll do the best I can to support and help you. But also at the same time as doing that, not to make that mistake of just jumping in feet first and just going headlong down into a depression yourself, or an overwhelm yourself, because you're actually drowning yourself and you don't have that resilience in order to help someone else. So it's always first of all about yourself, about building up. A bit like money in the bank, building enough money in the bank so that you've got a cushion of security and well-being, so that when you come to a crisis, that you have some kind of resiliency, that you can reach out and have the necessary energy and focus and so on to be able to help someone. And it's the same for yourself. If you're always pushing yourself and like working really hard to make it to be successful, or to make it to earn a living, if you're always at the end of your resources, if something comes along that suddenly you don't have that reserve in yourself, that resilience to be able to cope with it, then you're going to go plummeting down. So to take time, take space, know that we're all in this situation together. Virtually the whole planet is traumatized at this point. and that if we want a world free from environmental disaster and crazy rulers and crazy things happening, violence and so on, then we have to really take care of ourselves and really help everyone around us. And that perhaps then when we're all doing that, I see a wonderful future for us as humanity, that we can step out and really support some significant changes happening. So hi Tor, nice to see you here today. That we can all work together and turn this planet into a really, really better place, a place of heaven on earth. So that's what I'm committed to doing, and I know there are many, many people working really, really hard. So the end part of this is to know that there's a really, really solid science behind what I'm saying, and that it all comes down to our physiology, that we are herd animals, we're tribal people. We need each other. Human connection is fundamental to our feeling of wellness and wholeness, and that when that is severed, as it has been for so many of us through trauma, I mean practically everyone in Europe has come through 2 world wars, and that has a significant impact on our family structures, so we need to rebuild those connections, and until we do that, we're going to be cycling into more and more disaster. So taking the time, being kind, patient, loving, resourceful, caring, non-judgmental, not to shame people, not to shame ourselves, not to blame, but to stay in the hearts and take care, knowing that there's a solid science now behind trauma healing, and it's all centered on healing through the body, through our senses, through our physiology, and that when we take care of that, that we can be well. So, hoping you're having a really, really lovely solstice day. And I know if you live in Glastonbury, you're probably doing something amazing, like being at the Chalice Well or the Tour or some special thing, or, you know, but wherever you are, and to all my friends, because I know that, hi, all of you around the planet, there's lots of people I know, so big love from me, and hope that you're also enjoying this day. So bye for now, and connect again soon. Bye.